Hi, it's Ron Torossian, I'm the CEO of 5WPR, here today to discuss 5 tips for being relevant in social media. First, corporate blogging. People should be aware when they're speaking for a corporation, for a company, of the many upsides and of the many downsides. Folks are listening and they're talking on a very active basis. Tip number 1 is to make sure you have policies in place for dealing with corporate blogging and making sure that you're continually monitoring those policies. Tip number 2 for being relevant today in social media. Realize that SEO counts. Realize that the way that your website is designed counts, meaning that there's code that has to be there to be caught on websites. It's not just enough today to be creative and to have great visuals. You also have to have great behind-the-scenes language that allows for the search engines of Google, of Yahoo, of what have you, to catch this content and itemize it as you want it. Tip 3 is to have regular dialogue. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, your blog. It's not something you do once a week or once a month. It's something you do perhaps multiple times a day, depending on the industry that you're in. To talk to your consumer, whether it's a business or a consumer, is to dialogue on a very regular basis. Very important that you have very regular dialogue throughout the day. Tip number 4 for how to be relevant today in social media is pick up the phone. The fact that very few people today are active in ongoing media means that you need to realize that the media is continually shrinking. There's fewer traditional reporters out there. Pick up the phone and you won't just be another Twitter voice. You'll have a Twitter address that they'll recognize, but you'll have a voice or preferably a face that they'll recognize as well. And tip number 5 in how to adapt to social media is to pre-act. It is about reaction and it is about proaction. It's also about knowing not just about what's relevant today, but what's going to be relevant tomorrow. Realize that what's being chattered about in social media will enable you to be that much more relevant today when it comes to social media. Those are our tips. This is Ron Torossian. I'm the CEO of 5WPR. Thank you.